Okay, yo, how we all doing? Let me get all of this set up so I can see the charts. Morning. Yo, yo, yo. Can see all of you guys are spamming. Morning, so good to see you all. Hope you all had a good weekend. Right now, I'm so sick, like, my throat and everything is done for, so if I'm a bit slow on replying, that will be why. However, looking at NQ doesn't look the worst for the upside. Easily, we should get these highs right here. They look like something that I would entertain. I did actually have a long position this morning. It was from around 10 p.m. So 10 p.m. New York, this is where I had my long, all the way up to here. And then we come back, pretty much tap my break even, and then we rally off. But easily, we should be able to see 25,178. These areas look pretty good. Good to see me. Good to see you as well. How was your guys' weekend? Did anyone do anything interesting? But easily, I think you get this high. ES is about to push higher and get the high as well. Oh, Gideon, welcome, bro. Boring. What did you get up to? Nothing? You won the World Cup? The Football World Cup? I don't think the Football World Cup's going on right now, is it? I don't think it is. Wait, what World Cup? Nothing, I didn't do anything. Oh yeah, I saw United won yesterday. That was crazy. They finally won at Anfield. I think that was in like 5 years or something that they haven't won at Anfield. Oh, under 20s? Oh, okay, okay. I didn't know that. Since 2016, United haven't won that. That's crazy. And it was Maguire who got the winning goal, didn't he? I think it was. Well, I don't even know. I think he scored a header. 9 years? That's crazy. Morning, bro. How you doing? But yeah, all of you guys that are coming in, pretty much just looking for NQ to trade higher. I mean, these highs look like a very easy target. So like 25,178.8 looks good enough for me. Captured 600 points. Nice. I was in a long on NQ as well. Just from here. I was up like 109 points. Look where it takes me out break even right here, and then it rallies back up. And this was my initial target. Classic Nasdaq. Now I need to find an area to buy this market. I don't know where we are gonna be able to find that though. However, my model yet again played out pretty nicely. If you guys trade London, or if you do trade this session, then you could see run of the low, closure above, and then we get the run on the buy side. So pretty nice. You hate using break even? Honestly, I like a break even trade more than a losing trade. I'll always take a break even over a loss. How am I doing? Bro, I'm doing awful. I have COVID, by the way, just to let you guys know. But obviously, I can't give it to you across the screen. That's the only thing. But yeah, I've got COVID. It's been like 2 days. This thing has been killing me. I don't really know which I have. It's not like the crazy, like the worst one. It's just like slightly worse than a cold. My voice has changed. Yeah, it's killing me, bro. They're trying to kill me, especially this break even right now. They're doing everything they can to stop me. Gold. Dude, gold's just ripping. I mean, if you wanted to every single day, just buy it. You could probably be better off buying it than anything else. COVID is still around. To be honest, it's like more of a cold. COVID's pretty much like a cold, but you just lose your sense of taste and smell. That's pretty much it in terms of difference. You're in a buy on gold. Nice. I wish I still had my buy on NQ. I'll probably still look to buy this or sell it actually. Like easiest targets for me is this high, 25,178. And then if we get that high, obviously in terms of my model, I don't want to buy up here, so I might just look for a short and do that. That could be the only play for me looking at this market. Because I don't want to buy NQ this high up. Ideal scenarios for my buys were all the way down here. But again, it's already started to fly without me, so should I keep holding? Honestly, you might be good to just continue holding it. My targets would be this 25,152 and then 25,178 heading into the open. Well, I had a killer position though. Like if it was still open, I would have showed you guys. Like we would have closed it out on the stream together for like 15k. Just a bit unfortunate. Well, you might be good holding NQ. It should get this high and then this final high. Although I want to buy this market, in terms of my model, it's looking like I'm going to have to only short it if it takes this high. When I do look at this price action, but this week we do have MMXM, the MMXM trader coming on the stream. If there is anyone else you guys want to see on the stream, let me know. We can always get that arranged, but I think he's coming on Wednesday. Matt's going to be there, I'll be there. And then I'll be going live with Finn again on Fridays as well. So pretty good lineup for some of these streams. Should be fun. The good thing about indices right now, they're all in sync. So if NQ is going higher, ES is going higher with it. So is Dow. This has been so long that they've been out of sync that this market just didn't know what it wanted to do. And we also have CPI coming out on Friday, I believe. The only news event, I think, or the news days. So let me check. Yeah, the only bit of news that we have had in over 3 weeks, which is crazy. I think it'll probably persist for another few weeks, honestly. It's been kind of crazy because there's no news coming out, so there's no data that this market actually has to refer to. Like, as much as people say that the market doesn't care about data, all these markets are pretty much run on what data comes out. Sometimes they'll do the opposing thing, but they're still referring to what's coming out, what the numbers are. So with that not coming out, NQ, you could just see from last week actually. If I remove this, we were stuck in this range. Although we had a larger range on the 10th of October, so this led to this chop. But again, like this market was very indecisive. It didn't know what it wanted to do. Until we get some news, I think it might just carry on like this. Hey, welcome in. Yeah, those of you that are coming in, pretty much just looking at NQ here to run these highs. Get some of these highs like 25,152, 25,178. How do I handle emotions? I only trade NQ. It's like a blessing and a curse at the same time. But again, today I was in a position, right? So up to here, I was up $10,000. Comes back, takes me out at break even, and then pushes higher. So in terms of how I trade, I could have entered in again. Like I could have taken a buy, looking for these highs again. But I know that this is before 9:30, and I don't really want to waste my mental capital trying to do all of that on a Monday. So that's basically how I go about emotions in trading. I just see if it's worth my mental energy. If I feel like it's not worth it, then I wouldn't even care to look at it in most of the time. It will take the buy side. Yeah, to be honest, these highs should get taken. I'm looking for them. I would be surprised if they get left. Can you elaborate? It depends on the account size and what kind of account you're trading. Like risk management's always going to be super subjective to everyone else. Like different traders. Like how much risk can you actually take on per trade, right? Some people might not be able to manage a lot of risk. That's why they trade with smaller size, and that's nothing's wrong with that, you know. It all comes down to how you want to trade, what you want to do with an account or the account you're trading. Sorry, today it's Diwali, so I won't be Oh yeah, happy Diwali to those of you that celebrate. I'm not too educated on that, so if any of you want to tell me what it is, I would be able to learn a thing or two today. I know it's a celebration. That's all I know. Celebration for what? You guys are going to have to tell me. Fall doesn't exist. Mm, try the code DTR or try the code YouTube. DTR should still give you 60% off. I'm pretty sure. Do I want traditional sweets? Yeah, for sure. Send them through. I'll try them. Should we look at them? Should we just pull them up on stream? Alright, I don't know why I can't pull this up on stream right now. Alright, something weird's going on with Amazon, I believe it was. Like everything is pretty much down. How can? Nah, I'll let you enjoy them, bro. You enjoy them. Send me a picture of you enjoying them. I'll enjoy the moment with you. How about that? You can send them to Gideon. He will love some. This gap low-key should hold when I look at this price action. This is the only bullish thing that I see within here. So if we're going to push up the open, this gap should move to the upside. Take out the highs. Halloween. I forgot it was even Halloween right now. Halloween is in less than a week away. Right? Yeah, that's crazy. Should we try a long out of here? Just to play with it? No, it's already gone. Never mind. How can I stop FOMO? First thing is, do you have a strategy that you follow? That's the first thing that we gotta come to a conclusion of. What are your thoughts on Signal providing Telegram groups? I don't even know. I never had any experience with them, to be honest. I do think like taking signals probably won't help a lot of people. Wouldn't really recommend it too much. But that's just me. I follow the strategy, but after making profits, my mind, it's like I used to. You gotta have a rule. You gotta write these rules down. So like if prices hit your objective, your model's formed or whatever happens, you're gonna turn off the charts regardless. Like that's gonna be the only way that you really fix that. What time frame and pair? This is Nasdaq on the 5-minute time frame. Might just take an aggressive long out of here, but have to be around 2 minis. Like ES should easily blow through these highs. Same with NQ. I'll try a long out of here on Nasdaq. I only took it on a slightly less risk because we're trading into the open, so I always run a risk of it stopping me out before any of that. So we'll see. I'll probably only take around one trade today. I had that overnight long, which was pretty good, but after that, nothing really. Too exciting for me. Alright, so we nearly got the high. I mean, into the open, we have, what, 8 minutes? I might cover, and I might go to break even. Like, this is currently what the position's looking like. I'm aiming for a 1 to 4 right now. But I'll go into, like, break even once it just gets above here. Because this is outside my model and my approach, but just trading with the drawn liquidity. So I'll only move to break even if we... Oh, ES blew through the highs. Nice entry, yeah. It wasn't too bad. No, this is my second trade of the day. My first trade of the day, I was up 10k. I was up 10k all the way up to here, and this market reversed and took me out at break even. So I'm just sizing in a lot smaller. 2 minis. Last trade I had 6 minis on the table. I need this high to get taken out though before the open, so I can cover. I might just trail my stop a bit more aggressive to the low of that candle, so I hardly have any risk on this position. Because heading into the open, I mean, this is super high where we bought, so it can easily just drop off, take out the low, and then push on higher. No, we actually have an SMT at the highs. So I don't mind a small little paper cut. Oh, I think you just got me out there. It was worth it. Yes, with the SMT. I mean, we still should get this high though. These equal highs that we left, we should blow through them very easily. I'd be surprised if we don't. And then gold. I might buy gold this week. Like if we close above this 4-hour gap, I'm looking for gold upside to new all-time highs, to be honest. Won't be the worst of the ideas. All right, we're still holding up that gap heading into the open. 15-minute gap right here, and we left equal highs. Like, I'd be super surprised if they left this at the open. We take out these highs, and I want to see a drop off lower. I tried the upside, like the longs to the upside, just took me out for like a small paper cut. I'll try the shorts if we're up here. And that'll probably be the only trade that I take for today. Yo, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. The German 40 was pretty good too. Took out the high of the range, shifts delivery right here, then bang, just pokes below the low. If you trade London, then that market is something to always watch, especially with my ranges. It's very clean. GM, how you doing, bro? Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. Yeah, you guys that are just coming in, you missed out on major updates. So the first update is I have COVID. That's the first thing. Second thing is we're looking for NQ to the upside. Third thing is today, this was my position to make 10K. NQ comes back, takes me out a break even, and then delivers the move. So that's like 3 things you guys have missed. What pair is this? This is NQ. It's up here. This is the E-mini. Yeah, me too. I've had this for 2 days. I wouldn't wish COVID on my worst enemy. Like, this thing is the worst. Like, you can't taste anything. You can't. It's crazy. It's called COVID. That's literally what I got told by the test I did. Although it's just like another version of a cold, but if I say COVID, it makes it out to be a lot worse than it actually is. I can't just say I have a cold, you know. Like, everyone's had a cold. But if I say I've got COVID, then everyone's like, oh, he's got COVID. But I actually do have COVID, so I'm not just saying it for the sake of it. I think it was from the gym. Like, I don't know, some machine or something. Okay, so we got 15 seconds until the open. Any update on TraderVate? So Finn's gonna be in the stream on Friday, so you can just ask him. Tell him where's TraderVate. Just spam "we need TraderVate" and he will answer. Okay, there we go. As we were speaking about, should blast through these highs. My next target is this high. We should easily get into there. Like 25,178. So that was pretty much what I was expecting off the open, and we delivered pretty nicely. We should see a spike above this though. Move on higher, aggressive. All right, there we go. So all the targets we pretty much had for this open got hit. If you guys are still holding those longs, then nice. Nice, nice. Did you say you take profit? Yeah, it was worth holding up to here. Like whenever you see this before the open, when NQ leaves equal highs, like 9 times out of 10, they should get blown through what we did right here. Am I in a trade? No, I was in a trade though. Could have been a 20k day, but it's what it is. I took longs from here though. Took me out on a paper cut to here. So now as all my targets have been met, I really don't have anything that I could look for. In terms of how my model goes though, mechanically, it's telling me to look for downside. I don't want to look for downside just yet. I still think we can get into this gap that we just poked into right there. You already booked today's trade. Yeah, I mean, if you guys took those longs, then played out. This was our draw for today. Easily smacked into there. Now, what I'd be looking for, maybe the downside if it gives. It would be very ambiguous though. It would be very like looking for. Nah, they look way too strong. I mean, like ideally, it was these highs for me as the target. We spoke about this gap being the main thing that would push it to the upside. You guys can see holds up the gap and then pushes. I would want to see if this market wants to sell off. If I look at the M1, some sort of down close candle closing below this kind of structure to tell me it wants to do that. Market is wild. Yeah, but it also delivered exactly what we wanted. How do you prove your edge after consecutive losses? You got to go in with a lot less size and build up your confidence again. So like those losses that you took, obviously you're going to start thinking, oh, my model or my strategy doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. So you got to take smaller trades with less risk and just prove to yourself that you can actually do this. All right, let's see if we can get the shorts to the downside. I mean, a lot riskier, but feeling like taking a risk today. I would have liked the longs though a lot more. What can we do? This candle straight from the open was 100 points. What account size? I would go for 150Ks or 50Ks. 50Ks are probably going to be the better route for a lot of people. So if you can go with 50Ks. They will probably be the better. Alright, looks like we're still pumping. So really nothing for me. The longs were for me though, but just ran without me. I just love how you're. I mean, yeah, to be honest, the only thing that keeps, well, I'm not being honest, but the only thing that keeps traders in the game of trading is managing your risk and not over trading and over leveraging. But you only come to learn that by doing that. So, I mean, not everyone can be like, oh, I'm not gonna over leverage, over risk at all, because you actually need to go through the stages of learning to know that this is something that you shouldn't be doing. And then if you continue to repeat that, then that's the reason why you're losing. Looking for all-time highs today could potentially get them, you know. This market does look very strong. But to be honest, for me to trade this, I would want to see a bit of downside. I'm not anticipating a reversal, I'm just anticipating a retracement. That's all I traded with my model. So I was looking for the upside at these highs, 25,152, 25,178. They already got hit. So my targets get hit. I have really nothing to look for. I'm not buying the market all the way up here. Damn, TradingView just glitched out. Yeah, I think so too. The daily looks very strong. It should get all-time highs. Yeah, I think Project X is actually down. Looking at like across every single firm, I believe. What are the most important rules to follow? Most of it is if we take liquidity, so we take one side of the range, and then the other one is if we shift delivery in terms of if I'm bullish here, closure above this fully shifts the delivery, but I'm looking to buy early on. So once we take out this low, closure above here, shift delivery. To me, that's the main thing I'm looking for in terms of an entry. Like in this price action, I'm looking at closure below this gap and then seeing if it wants to push lower. So mainly I just look for confirmation. Sometimes I'll take aggressive entries. That's just how I like to be sometimes. So we're getting the closure slowly below this low. Let me see if Project X is down for me. What time frame? I'm looking at the M1 right now, but I mainly trade the M5. Mainly just looking at if it closes below this gap or not. Gideon, are you still banned? No, he got unbanned from Discord. Finally. I'm not going to tell you what got him banned, but he's unbanned now, which is a good thing. If you guys want to see him on a stream, I can definitely get him on a stream. He can come on Wednesday. Gideon, you want to come on a stream on Wednesday? We can live trade. The people want to see it. So the people want. Oh, actually, MMXM is coming on Wednesday. Who do you guys want, MMXM or Gideon? You pick. You can have both. We close below, and then we should get somewhat of a run lower. I want to see. Gideon's going to come in next week if he wants to. Finn's going to be doing streams with me every Friday, so that's all good. So ES is looking very strong. Dow, Chop, NQ still within here. Should we try it on NQ? Risk it? We could try on NQ. I just tried a short on NQ just because we closed below this gap. Only risked like 400 on this. It'll probably be me only trade for the day. Well, for New York anyway. Just going against the order flow, it's bullish, but I don't mind it. I don't mind the risk. MMXM is the best. What about me? You guys never mentioned me. Alright, slowly pushing here. I don't really like this price action too much in terms of the shorts, but it's worth the try. This just stopped me out way too quick. My stop loss was not there. That is weird. The heck? Something weird going on between micros and minis right now. Or spreads, but that was my only thing for today. This closure below the gap, looking for a run back into this FVG right here. Mainly this today has mainly been a break-even day. So I took the longs to the upside overnight. It was up pretty crazy here. Come back, break even. Took the longs at the open, small paper cut, and then just a loss here. So what am I at for the day? I'm at like 3 trades overall, 1 loss and 2 break evens. But in price action like this, either you risk it or you leave it. To me, it was worth the risk though. Let me. So this is the only down close candle within this price leg. I want to see if it can close below here. If I am looking for later in the day to push lower. No setups for you. To be honest, there's really nothing that NQ's done right now. Still chopping around, stuck within the range. Yes, is creating the SMT though. We'll see if NQ does end up taking this high. Range looks pretty crazy. How many trades do I take per day? Normally 2. Today I took 3, but one of them was mainly because of a break even. Do you think it's advisable to stick to only one pair? It depends on the trader. Like, I mean, some might be better off looking at multiple pairs. Some might be looking at one pair. For me, I like to only look at NQ, but someone out there might do better looking at all 3 and trading all 3, you know, trading with the relative strength, relative weakness as well. My strategy is basically based on time-based ranges. So like this is one of my range, 812 to 912. All I'm looking for is a run at the high to target the low right here. So today on NQ, where is the chart? I gotta wait for it to load. So once we run this low, I'm just looking for a target at the high. I do believe we had an SMT, takes a low, and then we can get the high. That's pretty much all I look for every day. Just reversals and retracements. Sometimes I'll play a continuation, but it has to be in line with the model. I believe it can move after 11. Probably most of the moves have been happening after 10:30 nowadays. Project X is down. Yeah. It's something to do with Amazon. That's what I heard. I don't know how true that is, but most things are down right now. Even TradingView's been pretty laggy for me. Nice long. Like, you see, very laggy right now for me. Sometimes it stops and sometimes it comes back. Nice price action. I think so too. I mean, I think it still has higher left in it. Like, I mean, these highs and this gap as well. Me personally, I'm not gonna, I don't really want the longs or the upside. I'll let them have it. I'll let the bulls enjoy that. Tradeovate. Yeah, I like Tradeovate. Should be coming soon. You guys are gonna have to ask Finn on the stream on Friday. Do I have? I have no clue who the owner of Project X is. Are we taking on this high? Honestly, we're really just range bound, not moved too much right now, but I'll still keep my eyes around these levels. I say very slow, bro. I'm ill right now, so you're gonna have to do what I can. Dow's pushing though. ES is still stuck within this range. I mean, honestly, I think 1030 is gonna move this market again of how we're looking. Mainly I'm on the M5. I'm hardly ever on the M1, but like right now I'm on the M1 because just want to see how NQ does. We got 5 minutes until 10 a.m. Honestly, we haven't moved too much. If the only market that's going to deliver the downside, I have a feeling it's going to be Dow. If it stays below this level you got right here, closes below this with a body, I think Dow would be the one that pushes lower. Would want to see what NQ does, if it does give a push to the downside or not. But that's, I'm kind of done for this day. Well, I am done. I'm not going to be looking for anything else. This open looks pretty whack. Forex or futures? Is that even a question? Always futures, bro. If you're not trading futures already, you gotta hop on the wave. New all-time high. If we get all-time highs today, that would be pretty crazy, but I am targeting these highs. 25,390 should be a easy hit in this market. Maybe not today, but later in this week. Today, I kind of want to just see all these lows get taken out. Yes, all Tradeovate are, sorry, not Tradeovate, Project X platforms are down right now. Buy side still resting. Yeah, it is, but to be honest, this market looks pretty boring. Like, this move to the upside really was the only thing I wanted for today. Like, I wanted all these highs to get taken. Still no trade for you. There's really nothing to take. Oh, Dow delivering the downside move though, as we spoke about. Dow should clear all of these lows. Just the way these markets have been moving, it's looking like Dow's going to be the weakest one. The weakest of. All right, there's Dow pushing. I mean, Dow still has more downside, I would assume. Yes, as well. Mondays you don't trade? Really? I don't mind Mondays. Nvidia's flat. Yeah, it's chopped around this whole open actually. Holy. I don't know. I think NQ has a bit of juice just left in it to deliver. Overall, pretty boring open though. Nothing really worth taking or doing. So to me, there's really no OB that's formed. The only thing that might have my attention is these two up close candles. If we can close below them, could be enough for this move. But as for things stand, this market is just very up, down, up, down. It's probably waiting for 10 a.m. That's probably my guess. TGIF. TGIF happens on Friday. I seem to be more of a scalper. Yes, that's what I pretty much am. Oh, already at 10 a.m. Like, this hour of streaming goes so quick. But again, I'll go over what we were looking at today. We were looking for the upside, taking out this high and then this high up here as well. Into 10 a.m., I think we still have a bit more higher to go. And then maybe some sort of downside move. Right now, this market's not looking like it wants to deliver that. So maybe later into the day, if you guys are still watching, then it should give you it. But we'll pick the winners for the giveaway. So remember, MMXM is going to come on for the stream on Wednesday. And then I'll be streaming with Finn every single Friday as well. So for the winners, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to do comment the word COVID, and then I'm going to pick the winners. COVID. And Gideon next week as well. All right, so first winner I got is Driss. You got an account, and my chat has just froze. All right, the next winner I got is KRN. So yeah, those are the winners for this giveaway. Matt's going to be live tomorrow. Ethan's going live today. So if you didn't win an account, don't worry, you can win it later in the day or tomorrow as well. But enjoy the rest of your day. I'll speak to all of you guys on Wednesday now. And be safe. And if you are looking at NQ, I think upside to go lower makes the most sense. So take it easy, guys. I'll speak to you soon.